Oh yeah, you can just pick a. I'm also live now, by the way. But I love you. Manos, thank you for the Twitch follow. Before stream even began, welcome to the doghouse, my friend. And then Rajik. Rajik and Daffodil also followed me in the early hours of the morning. What the fuck is wrong with those people? What were they doing? What are they doing, man? Alright. Today's deck reviews. As it typically is. Today's deck reviews. I would love to be able to finish out the deck that we drafted for Avatar yesterday, but it is unlikely we will be able to. We have to be on task. We have to be done early. We have to be not wasting time, and I don't know that that's ever happened in one of my streams. But if it does happen, we got a 2-2 deck with my name on it. Hello, Kovo. Hello, Life of Shade. How are you all doing today? Alright, I have TikTok chat up. I swear to God, I'm gonna do the 3-minute ad break. I'm gonna laser beam ads into your forehead right now. I swear to God, TikTok is praying, not TikTok itself, somebody either at TikTok or who watches my TikTok streams is preying on my goddamn downfall. You know how I know? Because every time I open a TikTok stream, it is shut down by TikTok before the stream ends for various reasons. And additionally, every time I open the streaming platform to stream to TikTok, topics almost always the same. Magic the Gathering. If it's a variety stream, I change it. But it's like almost always Magic the Gathering. It's almost always... The title is just Commander Deck Reviews. I don't even get weird with it. I title it Commander Deck Reviews, and I do that all stream. And every time I log in, TikTok tells me, your last stream seemed to be about a different topic than what you're advertising. That goes against TOS. Please make sure you're advertising to the correct one. The person with the very dark blue name, you've been clickbaited. Welcome to the show, brother. We've got decks to review, probably none of them yours, but they will be funny. You will learn something. The first thing you've learned is that you're gullible. Just like the rest of us. Welcome to the club. I have no idea who's going today. Good afternoon, old head. So we are going to... I'm going to go to the fucking... I'm going to go to my Ko-Fi order history and attempt to find these people. And then... as soon as they show up, we're making it happen. Thatch Roof Cottage, thank you for the Prime sub. Welcome to the dog home. TikTok became kind of ass after they hired that PR guy on last month. I mean, this has been a thing for me for like a year. This has been a very consistent issue, and I genuinely know I'm not gonna give them a cool name. I want to say something. I want to be catty, and part of being catty comes with like allegories and metaphors to refer to the people I dislike. But it's gonna lead to me inadvertently giving this group of people a cool name. I know that I have a group of people on TikTok who mass report my videos and mass report my live streams and harass me. So I do have genuine confirmation that I do have ops on that one platform. Deviton, they probably can't hear me if they're talking about ads. Hey, thank you, Ziragare. Snow Howler, we are today we are mostly reviewing ones that have been pre-submitted via Ko-Fi commission. I'm a Jane. I have people who I have people on TikTok who just like who just mass report everything. I think they've like slowed down. I think now yeah, and it has Hexbox is saying it keeps the 3-minute ad break is twofold. It keeps pre-rolls off, and it prevents Twitch from ever auto running ads. Because I am a partner because I'm a partner, I cannot not run ads. I promise you, if I could avoid running ads, I would. The ad money is not worth it compared to the money I get from like bits and subs and potential like corporate sponsorships from having a lot of viewers. I only run these because I am obligated to operate on this platform. It's not free magic. It's stupid motherfuckers though. And then YouTube is telling me that I have 40 people in the live stream, but it's also telling me that there's no chat, which seems a little bit weird. I don't know. Good morning, YouTube. If you're slow to wake up, don't worry about it. If you're all just popping in. How'd the draft go yesterday? Pretty bad. Cinderheart, thank you for saying hi and convincing me I'm not crazy. Same to you, Kali. Angel of Pax and Seedmater, hello! Thank you everybody on YouTube for sounding off. It went pretty bad. I right now have a relatively dim opinion of Avatar The Last Airbender draft right now. So here's what let's do a little slideshow. Let's do... There we go. How Avatar draft feel? Specifically what I don't like about it. Oh, I thought this was gonna be way easier. Okay. We can take this. If you are Azorius Flyers, that's just good. You may not go 7-0 every time, but Earth or airbending is pretty useful as like soft removal. White has good combat tricks. They have good ETBs. Azorius Flyers is like, if it is open enough for you to get any of the cards in it, 100% something good's gonna happen for you. The next... green, but I wouldn't say like green just period. If Earthbend, congratulations, you win. Goth Girl, I'm trying to not call you Fluffer right now. Goth Girl Fart Huffer. That makes so much more sense. Thank you for the Prime sub, or the Tier 1 sub for the 2 months. Welcome back to the dog home. If Earthbend, deck's good. Now, mono green, even if you don't do a lot of earthbending, can work, but like earthbending is just as a mechanic. I'm pretty sure you could design a bot that went through the draft and just drafted like the highest rarity card. If you could train a bot to draft the highest rarity card that said earthbending on it, and then removal, and you could get it to understand what removal spells were, you would go like 4 and 3 every time. If all you did was rare draft earthbending. And then, no, stay, hold on. Get rid of these. And then the problem is, what's the other combination? I mean, I'm trying to... I need like a rainbow symbol. I need like a collective symbol for everything else. I'll just copy all this. And then I can't get a wacky arrow, so I'll... Dog, Nani the fuck. Why would you make the arrow that color? What's wrong with this fucking presentation? Everything that is not Azorius Flyers and Earthbending is hyper-parasitic dog shit. And it feels very bad. Hey boss, I'll make you a deal. If you can get through all the commander decks for today and then draft one more game, I'll send you a crisp $10. I accept. It's, and everything else is not Wooburg. I'm using the Wooburg symbol, but I really just mean everything that is not Azorius Flyers and Earthbending, which I don't think red is good. I think it's hyperparasitic dog shit. And when something's hyperparasitic dog shit, if you curve out well, it feels good. That's what I mean. Like I think we still have the Rakdos deck right now, and the Rakdos deck is either the best deck you've ever seen and completely unbeatable, or it's worthless. And I think the same is true of the like blue decks that are trying to do second card each turn. So Tadibara, parasitic means they need and only work with each other. Like very much like a leech. The leech will get fat if they have a blood supply, and the blood supply in this case is another card from the archetype. And if you have enough of those cards from the archetype that you can create a human centipede, a leech centipede, then they can all get fat at the same time and you win games. But if it ever doesn't work, or if you ever fail to curve out, you do the least anything that has ever anythinged ever. Which is just like, it's just super disappointing. It's just crazy fucking disappointing. And Wolf, the deck that we have is like practically, it leans mono red, and when it works, it feels incredibly good. And it's very easy for it to not work. It's very easy. And I want to contrast this with, I think, one of my top 3, if not top 1 draft sets, which was Final Fantasy. If you did Final Fantasy and you got a deck that worked together really, really well, you did crazy shit and you got to feel awesome. But every deck I drafted in Final Fantasy, I felt like I had something. I felt like I had something, and I could get something going, and it was just possible that my opponents had more something going. This draft, if I don't do head empty Earthbend or head empty It Flies, the gulf between I am God himself and I am unbeatable and I am God in an atheistic world is just so wide and feels so terrible. Zerthroshak, thank you for the 200-bit cheer. I lost because of the auto rapper with a Boros deck. Interesting. Auto-tune ruined you. And you're telling me AI music boned your deck. That's very disheartening. So yeah, we'll see how I feel like 10 more drafts deep, because I do want to try to figure this set out more, but it really, and if the entire set was this complicated, I think it would feel less bad. What makes it feel bad is that there are like 2 archetypes that are just really fucking good and really hotly contested. So if you don't get them, you are stuck having to do hyper-parasitic doo-doo. I know you just started stream, but I have a job interview today. Could you send me some luck that I get it? Lumberjack Shaggy, I'm going to send you a kiss and a wink. Could we get some 07s in chat to send Lumberjack Shaggy off to their job interview with the collective goodwill of the people? I believe in you, Shaggy. Give them the what fur. Give them the what fur. And I don't think it's like genuinely unplayable. And obviously I'm bad. But I'm the voice of the people, right? Like, I'm sure Jim Davis thinks any archetype can work in this draft set because he's super fucking good at the game. You know, the people that are like in their fucking mythic ivory towers every set, we don't need to hear from them. We don't need to hear from them. You need to hear from somebody who's in the trenches with you. Who's in the fucking trenches with you. Me, I'm them. And so I'm sure that my opinion of it will develop over time, but right now it feels really disheartening to go like, "Oh, I saw this cool thing in the first couple packs that I want to try to do, but if it doesn't like mega come together, if it does not mega come together, my deck is going to put like a 1/1 on board and then die." And it's just so... I drafted Rakdos as my pre-release deck, and I had all the pieces. I got Phoenix King, Zuko, Azula. That's some Commander player shit. I got all the pieces. They named 3 legendaries. Oh, okay. I got all the great Firebender commons and uncommons. I even got Sozin's Comet, and then went 0-3 because I kept flaming out and burning through my resources. That's crazy, Blue Ran. That's... See? That makes me sad. So yeah, I feel like, oh, Robin Vu, that's so funny. You misspelled if allies for green. Are you perhaps talking about, wow, allies are so powerful. Are you perhaps talking about Haru, the motherfucker who earthbends off your allies? I agree, that's very good. That's very good, Robin. That's incredibly strong, Robin. I agree. Grimhouse MTG, thank you for the Prime sub. Welcome to the dog home, my friend. So I do feel... Because we've played against a deck that was like, they got the nuts for lessons, and that looked playable. But if they had any less the nuts, they would have been fucked. I got Simic in pre-release and I got bulldozed by everyone earthbending because my guys were all literal children. Yeah. Would you change anything about firebending or waterbending to make them better or up to par with the other two? So I think waterbending, if you were going to try to like fix the disparity afterwards, most of the waterbending, you could just like knock a little bit of the cost off. And then all the abilities become fine. Like, the main thing that felt bad about waterbending is that they were never efficient enough to make me feel, or 90% of them were never efficient enough to make me feel like I was actually establishing advantage by playing them. Versus like earthbending, immediate advantage. I now have a blocker or I have an attacker, and if you kill it, guess what? I still have the land. Like, it's just so good every single time you do it, no matter when you do it. So waterbending, if the effects were better, or they had more things that had payoffs for creatures being tapped, that would probably do it. Firebending, I agree that they lacked keywords. I think firebending was always going to be really touchy. Because letting people mana cheat is often extremely, extremely contentious. And so I think the waterbending effects needed to be better, and I think the firebending just needed the creatures to be a little bit better. Because some of the firebending creatures feel quite good, but the problem that I got into with trying to do firebending was if I didn't get the perfect draw, the green deck would play a 4-mana 4/3, and my game would be over. Z-Swords, it's kind of either or. So I'm going to be totally transparent with you guys. Views help me, help my image more on Twitch. If you have Amazon Prime, subscribing with Amazon Prime genuinely pays my fucking grocery bill. I appreciate it very much. So if you have a Amazon Prime subscription, coming and using the Prime sub on me is appreciated, does matter. In every other situation, I think I get more per view off of YouTube. But if you are going to participate in like the because we have a lot of things on like XCOM streams where if you cheer bits, you can become a soldier. We have stuff where we will have other sub goals, we will have other rewards, we have a bunch of emotes coming. So if you want to use any of that stuff that involves spending money, great, Twitch. But if you have yeah, YouTube Premium pays off even if you watch. Yeah. YouTube Premium also works. But if you want to be a totally free viewer, I think it gets me, I think I get more money per eyeball on YouTube. All right. Dark Retribution, thank you for the Prime sub. Welcome to the dog home for the 4th month, my friend. Okay. I know we had one roasty here. Munez, ow, thank you for the Prime sub. Welcome to the dog home. Yeah, absolutely, Z-Swords. Parker XE, thank you for the Prime sub as well. Welcome to the dog home, my friend. And Icebergen, thank you for the Twitch follow. All right, Eric Bombs here. If anybody else who is going today is here, let me know. This is the 19th. We don't have Lulu because we did them earlier. It should be Derek. It should be Starry Eyes. Let me grab... I don't need to do this. I can just grab Eric's deck. Hey, Muniz, I appreciate that very much. Are there enough Earthbending uniques to do a landfall Earthbend mono green deck? For sure, yeah. For sure, yeah. Aegis Athene, thank you for the 200-bit cheer. Speaking of bits, bold of you to remove extra bits of hair from the side. God willing, they'll come back. Come on, bro. Why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this to me? Mald, I've been trying to build the fairest Joda deck in existence, and I'm playing nothing but legendary permanents or spells that mention legendary and historic, and it's still too good. Should I shoot Joda's kneecaps or just give up? I would give up on it being fair. You can still have a Joda deck, but you have to accept that he's high power. You have to accept what I call warrior mentality, which is kind of funny considering that you're going to use it to play a twink. But if you are going to play Joda, he's just a good card. He is more card per card, and he makes your board better automatically. Those are such good effects that there's just no way to make this not powerful. I would genuinely say can't be played in bracket 2 unless you have no ramp. No mana dorks, no ways to get specific lands, no fetch lands, and even then, that's not a satisfying bracket 2. That's just like, oh my god, we've slowed you down by making it impossible for you to play the commander that's good. If you can play Joda on any type of realistic timeline, that's like always bracket 3. Always, always, always. I'm gonna write that down to clip it. Hey, Mom, have you ever lost the game in the first 3 turns because somebody forced you to mill all the key pieces in your deck? No, genuinely, my decks don't have key pieces like that. Grimm's Wolf, thank you for the Prime sub. Welcome to the dog home. Truly, there are few things I hate more than sitting in a commander game hoping I draw one specific card. Well, it's not even necessarily a combo problem, but a lot of people have like... A lot of people have cards that are the best card in their 99, and I am always trying to make the distance between my best card and my worst card as small as possible. Like, one of my favorite cards is Sphinx Ambassador. That'll make me sad if I don't get to play it. If you mill my Sphinx Ambassador and I can't get it back, like, I'm sad. But I have Trumpeting Carnosaur. I have Myojins of Cryptic Dreams. I have big instants and sorceries. You could make me mill all of these motherfuckers and I will cast the Buster Sword. So I've never had that problem because from the first deck I ever built, the idea that I hated the most was that I was going to spend half of the game waiting for a card that never came. And so I have always built all of my decks with the idea that these are going to work no matter what comes off the top. Or I'm going to have, or if they wouldn't, like the Niv Mizzet all clones deck, that has recursion. Yeah, or play reanimated, be a happy little piggy you got milled. I cast Traumatized targeting you. Clap, you fucking seal. I've heard you talk about committing to your plan more in deck building, where you may lose some games, but you'll have more fun because the plan is consistent. How much interaction / mass interaction do you try to pack into your decks? That's always a deck by deck question for me, because I look at my deck and I go, what stops me? What prevents me from doing the thing that I want to do? I need interaction for that. And so my VV deck has a lot of interaction, has a lot of counter spells, has a lot of like redirect effects. I don't really have board wipes because I'm not worried about a board wipe. Or I think I have Season of Weaving. That can be a board wipe, but that can also be proactive too. So it feels less and less like mass interaction. I don't worry too much about board wiping people outside of, I think there's Volcanic Visions, which does it, and then there's Season of Weaving, which does it, because the rest of the time, I'm like, my board state's going to be bigger than yours. I'm chill. Yeah, you want to play a bunch of dinosaurs? I'm playing a bunch of dinosaurs. Good luck. Have fun. And so it changes deck to deck to deck based on what fucks me over. And if so much stuff fucks me over that I feel like I need an infinite amount of removal, I typically change the deck plan. Vraska's bitch, thank you for the tier 2 Twitch sub. Welcome to the dog home, my friend. Mald, I once heard Prof say Sol Ring is stronger than the Moxen. Is he crazy? I feel like he's crazy. I feel like they're so close together that trying to say that one is decidedly better than the others is rage bait. Whether you think the Moxen are better than Sol Ring, or whether you think Sol Ring is better than Moxen, they're both so incredibly good that if you're like, one is head and shoulders above the other, you are rage baiting, right? We're talking about better in what context? For a Cheerios deck, the Moxen are probably better in a lot of situations because you want them to have zero cost. You want them to have zero cost. Sol Ring gets you ahead more. And notably, Sol Ring can also like lead into a 2-mana rock that makes you a color. Making that one, like untapping with that one additional mana on turn 2, or playing a talisman after the Sol Ring if you get the God draw, is like, that's really good. They're both just so absurd that I don't think it's worth trying to interrogate which one's better. Like, we can't even conceive of how good these cards are. You have a handful of decks you would play if you were playing Commander all day. I know some people replace decks constantly. I build a deck and then I will basically just like, hi baby. Yeah.
That is all.
Nice. Everyone says hi. I basically take a deck and then I just like run it into the ground, and if I don't enjoy playing 15 games in a row with a deck, I typically deconstruct the deck. I don't know who the fuck Mortarion is, so I'm gonna say Buster Sword, big cat. Lulu, thank you for the 10 real super chat. Maul, dropping by to thank you for rescheduling me. I was with my dad in the hospital earlier, and the procedure wasn't as smooth as we expected, so he'll be there for a while. Thanks for the comprehension. I'm very sorry to hear that. I'm glad the procedure went through, and I hope he recovers quickly. Have a very good day, Lulu. Thank you for stopping by. I'm glad you can be with your father in this trying time. Eat. Oh, yeah. So yeah, like I played basically only VV at Atlanta. I'll probably like only bring Vivi to PAX Unplugged to play any commander there. So yeah, if I cannot pull out a deck and have absolute confidence that I'm going to have a good time playing it, no matter how much Magic I've played that day, that deck typically leaves the roster. Typically leaves the roster. I know that like, I know Elk, for example, and part of that is just because how I live my life. Like because I know Elk has a deck specifically to play when they are drunk. They have a deck to play when they are shit-faced because it is easy to play. It lets them tap out on their turns. They don't have to like think too hard. And I don't have decks like that because one, I'm sober, and two, if my brain is starting to dissolve like that, I just need to go to bed because I'm gonna be a bitch very quickly. I'm gonna be a bitch extremely quickly. You feel sliver players deserve as much hate as they seem to get from others? I think they deserve less and less as time goes on. They're getting power creep, but like you do have to hate out a sliver player, and that's the worst part about playing against slivers is if you let them curve out, you die. If you let them curve out for 4 to 5 turns, you fucking die. But if you don't, then they're like, oh my god, you bullied me off the table. Yeah, well, it was the only option, bro. You're fucking Deontay Wilder. So many people got these Deontay Wilder-ass decks. I got the Deontay Wilder legs searched fucking queued up, bro. I'm always ready. I am always ready to hate on this man's legs. Hold on. Like, you walking around on stilts, I'm gonna push you over. That's part of the game. It's part of the game. Bro got the McDonald's straws attached to his hips. That's not good for you. That's not good for you. That's not safe. Okay. No further ado. Eric Bomb's deck. Eric has sent in a silly, spooky deck. I always like the idea of Spellslinger, but I want to die whenever someone storms off. So I made Tella to be all about casting 2 to 3 spells a turn, usually ramp and card cycling or disruption, then hold up protection. Turns I win on usually have me casting 3 spells, which I really like, and then I clicked off of the cell on the Excel sheet, so hold on. It's casting a medium-sized Crackle with Power or a Damage Tripler / Nanogene Convergence and an X spell. Get there by creating copies of Thrawn, Dynamo, or Gold Lotus. Sorcerer's Class or Convoking City on Fire. The tokens primarily exist to chump block, but a few things can utilize them. Okay. Okay, I can get with that. So we want to be a spell thanger. We don't want to sling spells, we want to slang spells. We want to throw our hips around, churn some butter. I can understand that energy. I can wrap my head around that. All right. Tella pays taxes and hates Storm. I'd love suggestions on how to get the mana I need to make Tella blow up and deal 20 damage, or just fun 4 mana cards that are okay by themselves. No Storm enablers or fast mana. Vibe I'm going for is a wizard performing a grand ritual in the middle of a battlefield that, if completed, will blow everyone away. Should be pretty clear how close I am to winning by seeing if I have Tella on field and if mana on board and heroes is greater than 12. Okay. So non-creature spell, make a guy. 4 or more mana, draw 2 cards. 8 or more, sack Tella, and it deals that much damage to each opponent. I'm immediately figuring out how to trick you into cloning Tella. I'm immediately concocting a plan in my head to create a cabal of wizards in the middle of this battlefield, because that's what I want to do. My first thought was, oh, we're gated at the top end. We're actually like, what do you think Nanogene Convergence is? I don't know. I play good cards, brother. So we're gated at the top end because we can't spend 8 mana or more until we're ready to win. Yeah, and then if I do medium-sized crackle with power and then blow up. Card manipulation. Okay, draw X, discard X. Okay, and we get to make a chump blocker for each card type among cards discarded this way. You know you're in blue, you get to keep, you can keep the cards, right? Like you can, it, I just, this, alright, good card draw, sure. There's an additional cost, discard X card. Why do we hate ourselves? I need flyers to not die to dragons. I mean... Okay? Bitch? And, like... I need flyers to not die to dragon. I'm not gonna show you the Talran because you don't want to spell sling, but this is crazy work. This is diabolical. This is like... What if we hired a teenage boy to stand on the corner of the street and spin a sign directing the dragons somewhere else? Surely we have other options than this. Surely we have other options than self-wheel. I mean, like, card selection is still better than no card selection, but like, goddamn. Observed stasis. Okay, that's real. I can believe that. That's a funny 4-mana card. Why are we what the fuck is happening? Why are we doing this? Damage increaser. Okay, so we get to 12. We make all of our 1/1s our commander. And then we cast anything for 8 mana, table dies. I like that. I fuck with that. This is like, you are not paying taxes. You have like briefcases of money that you just leave open as you drive around town, which is extremely charitable of you. It's extremely charitable of you, but you've walked into my office asking why you can't feed your family, and I think I have the answer. Offensive interaction. Okay. You are, this is, you. Spells that are 4 mana, I like to cast because it makes me happy to draw 2 cards while doing something else. Okay, have you heard of, alright, obviously we have not heard of any 4 mana spells. I will not bully you for that. I like Domineering Will. This fucking sucks. I like Mob Verdict. I like Reigns of Power. I like Washout. That's good hater shit. Protect. Okay, these are good. March of Swirling Mist. Crazy hot. Ramp. Alright. We got the Honda Civic engine. We got the Boutonniere. We got the copy shit. Scepter of Eternal Glory probably works. Tax collectors. Oh, sure. Oh, sure. He's ever... Alright. Yeah. I love a free mulligan too, buddy. Okay. Alright, man. Okay. First assignment. I'm gonna make you bounce on it, brother. I'm gonna request that you bounce on it. Especially if we care about... Let me just... Yeah, Twin fucking Towers. My god. This is good and appropriate. I think if we care a lot about getting not only to 4 mana, we care about getting to 4 mana, and then we care a lot about getting to 12, we really cannot be missing out on these fucking land drops later in the game. Like, we really cannot afford to be. And these are like a little bit clever and cute. Reliquary Tower gotta go fuck itself immediately. Not allowed. Not allowed. It's incredibly cute that you think you are gonna have basics in hand when you have 20 in the deck. Well, they have 37 total because of MDFCs. So they have 37 lands total. I think 37 lands is fine, although I think it would benefit from a few of these 37 lands being like guildless commons or being like, is it boiler works? Because a big struggle you're gonna have is that your life doesn't even begin until you get to 5. None of this shit is even kooky until 5 mana, and that kind of informs why I don't like Pirate's Pillage, because when I look at things like this that are like, I'm going to discard and I'm going to make treasures, you told me no fast mana. What do you think a treasure is? Chat, don't be angry. I'm not going to be angry yet. What the fuck do you think a treasure is? Look me in my eyes. I'm not saying it breaks the vibe, but I'm saying like, yeah, no more mana positive spells. I get that. But when it comes to, if I have Pirate's Pillage in hand and I don't have my commander out, it would feel not very good to cast Pirate's Pillage, because if I miss a land drop and then I'm going like, I have 4 lands and 2 treasures, this is how I will cast Tella. If I do that and then somebody knows the gig and is like, oh my, hey, that wizard in the middle of the battlefield, he's making a ritual circle with salt, somebody shoot him, and then you hear bang, games like crazy over. And so I would like if some of these 4 mana spells were things that felt better to cast in a vacuum and then Tella made crazy. Hey, thank you, Masu. I appreciate that. Intario, thank you for the 20-bit cheer. The treasure is the friends we made along the way. Fucking phenomenal. So let's talk about realm sketching. Let's talk about realm sketching. This isn't even crazy, but this one is just like, this is cannot ever go wrong. If you do not have Tella and you do not have Tella mana, you will, in your desperation, use this to copy a land. You will use this to copy, if you have Tella, you will use this to copy an opponent's good creature. You will use this to copy a Gilded Lotus, and it will get you the mana to get to the 12 mana to do the kill spell thing. Like, this is one of those cards where it is not the best card in your deck, but it is never bad. It is impossible to draw this in a situation where you are not happy that you have it and you don't feel good about how you get to use it. I'm recommend that, motherfucker. I'll let you keep Scour for scrap because this Hedron network is funny as fuck. And I believe we can make you a little bit less responsible about it being exactly 4 mana. I know 4 mana is the most efficient way to trigger Tella. However, there's a lot of very, very funny 5 and 6 mana spells. There's a lot of tremendously funny ones. I think we just have to do is not a creature. And then we're in blue-red. Let's see, we can't, Tella's not big enough, right? Yeah, he's just a 3/3, so Bolt Bend won't help him. You said you need to defend yourself from dragons. What if you had a flying 3/3? What if you had a flying 3/3, brother? What if you, and I'm gonna show you this one, and I'm sorry to say you're not gonna be able to play it because there's no way the pips are gonna work out. But what if you invoked winds upon motherfuckers? You're afraid of the dragons? What if you owned one? I cast Leash. I give you a little bit of kibble and now you want to live with me. Congratulations, nice dragon, dipshit. I don't think we care about rewind. Ooh, wait. I can't believe I didn't see this one. Yeah, no, Castillon, you're on it. Do we already have right of replication? No, but we're about to. I think here's the problem. Here's the only problem with right of replication. It is most fun when you cast it for 9. And when you cast it for 9, it blows up Tella. So we do have a little bit of a like soft non-bow where we can't use this the way we want to use this, because if we use this the way we want to use this, it just ends the game, and it's not where we don't get to use the clones. Terrence, it's not about breaking legend rule, because we can use this. You can always use this on an opponent's board. I have started putting this in every single blue deck that I have, and it's always had a good thing to copy. Season of Weaving is better than Rite of Replication. I mean, you're smoking crack. The answer is play both. 2, put the pipe down. This is not goofy, but is very good. And this is one of those spells that we've left off because they're not 4, even though we probably should have them. I guess there's also, do you want to be passing? Do you want to be passing with like 6 mana open in a threatening manner, or do you want to be spending 4? Do you want to be spending 4 and then like passing with 1 open mana to do interaction efficiently? Because you could be doing stuff like Deep Analysis, where you like tap a lot of your mana to draw. Oop, sorry, that just slipped in the deck. That's not even, I didn't even mean to click that, but like now that I'm looking at it, right, like I you know, now that I'm looking at it, I'm having a hard time clicking off it. I'm having a hard time clicking away from it. It is extravagant, isn't it? It is extravagant, much like an extra Honda Civic every upkeep would be. And Tario, thank you for the 20-bit cheer. Clone Legion. If the explosion doesn't kill them, copying the Dragon player's board will. Yeah, but I'd rather the explosion killed them. I like that we have a tight top end. I don't think we need Contagion Engine. Quantum Misalignment would get you to lethal really quickly. This is 3 Tellas in a can. And it's gonna trigger Tella 1 and draw you 2 cards. You will have 2 Tellas. On your next upkeep, you will cast it again, triggering both Tellas, drawing 4 cards, and then you have 3 Tellas to attempt. So this is like, this almost ramps you into a game. Oh, Tella cares about mana spent. Genuinely. It casts from exile? Thank you for that elaboration, Intense Complex. Can you elaborate more and tell me what that impacts? Yeah, the army of 1/1s is already going down. Okay, so I know we talked about fast mana, and I know we hated on it. Instead of big score, I would like to see something like this. Something that is purely card positive. Now, this does get a little ritual-y. It's 3 treasures, and so if you were at, you know, like 6 mana, this would get you to 9. That would get you pretty quickly within shooting distance of being able to end the game. This is a very, very powerful setup card. And so you can determine if 3 treasures is too rich for you. I personally don't think it is. But that would be a very good one. And that is one that I would like to cast. I would prefer to cast this one over like Pirate's Pillage. Because I'm going to get more cards. I'm going to get more treasures. The deck is designed to make 5 mana as is. I don't want to go from not having enough mana to having enough on 1 turn. Real. I can work with that. We don't want Pyrohemia. I mean, that's not true, Dark. We have a very, very clear path to winning the game. We are allergic to going from people thinking I can't win the game to, oh my god, they definitely won the game in the space of one turn. We want to win at sorcery speed, not instant speed. I think there is a world where firebending cards help. I don't think I want to live in that world. This card's hilarious, by the way. I know you're not in the business of holding up 5 mana, but like if you ever were, dog. Ah, you said flying blockers. You said the sleeper agent activation phrase. Here, fishy fishy. Who wants some Thopters? Who wants some Thopters, Eric? I do like Behold the Multiverse as... I'm debating if we really need this because I think this is like downside insurance. Bless you, baby. What I like about it is that if we have this in an opening hand that we don't have quite enough ramp in, we can still play it. We're not gated forever behind like, oh my god, I need to have the 4 mana to cast it. I can cast it on like turns 2 and 3. So you could consider this if you're having any problems with gassing out in the early game. Prisoner's Dilemma is a little bit funny and can soften up the table, but it's not big funny. Ooh! Ooh, what about the... Okay, we talked about not having 4 mana held up, but what if you did? You might have this already. Let me go look. You might have this already. You don't! I returned to my little soapbox! I returned to my little soapbox! What if you were holding 4 mana in an ominous way, Eric? I do not think this is a descent into Avernus deck. I think that gets us really quickly into the, like, 2 turns after I've cast Descent into Avernus, or like the 3rd upkeep after. I'm gonna go, oh, make 6 treasures. That's what's gonna take us from like, hey, you know how I had 4 lands last turn? I'm gonna win the game this turn. Ooh. Ooh, you know what? No, never mind. I thought this was like pay 5. I'm gonna do you one better. Because Tella cares about mana spent, we can make this 4 to trigger them. We can make this cost 4 to get our 2 cards out of it. Now this is another, I have to hold up 4 mana, but quite frankly, you have a number of cards that are on hold up 4 mana behavior already. And so what I would propose is fuck Channeled Force, Big Score, Windfall, Pirate's Pillage, fuck those 4 cards, and these become our, like, I'm holding up a lot of mana. Ricochet, Multiverse, Access Denied, and Return the Favor. Yeah, and you can also potentially hold up 3 instead. Let me look at Seize the Spotlight. I don't really like Seize the Spotlight as much because I doubt this pod is very afraid of giving them control of 1 creature for 1 turn. We're not threatening enough other damage. We're doing a big scary ritual in the middle of the map. If they're like, "Oh, you're going to hit me with my own dragon once." Like, yeah, you know, the striking distance for the telebomb gets a little bit smaller. But the ritual is what matters. Why not an unstoppable plan to untap artifacts so you can play 4 mana on your turn, then play Wild Ricochet on another turn? Because that is what we call a second order synergy. Unstoppable plan is only going to fucking matter in the world where we already have this big fat mana rock. So yeah, don't believe in this. Uh, I think this can be your new core. Not these guys. And I'm even iffy on right of replication for the reason I talked about. And I personally just love theft. Uh, Aether Gale's a really fucking funny one though. Aether Gale's really fucking funny, man. Bounce 6. It's a lot of shit. It's so much shit. Like, if you target one person, this is Cyclonic Rift for Joey. Psych Rift. I'm trying to make a pun out of this. Hex. Yeah, Hex, but Boomerang. It's a really fucking funny card to spend 5 mana on. And you can bounce just like so much shit that it's also really easy to make deals with this card. Because you can be like, oh, if you don't wanna get caught in the great boomeranging of 2/5, you're gonna have to not swing at me for this next rotation. So I like this a lot as a, tap out on my turn to interact with something. I even might like it more than like desynchronization. Considering that we're putting in some more like instant speed counterspell and redirect effects. Tax evasion, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to Doghouse, my friend. Baral's expertise is also really cute. Ooh, you might want this over Aether Gale even. Because, so we're gonna non-bow the tele value a little bit, but you're still gonna get a shitload of good spells. Because we're gonna go Baral's expertise, boom. I do read TikTok Horizon fan, but while I'm in the middle of talking about a deck, I try to avoid reacting to chats that are not the deck roasty themselves, because otherwise the process just takes way too goddamn long. Doodles the official, thank you for the Prime sub for the 7th month in a row. I do love crimes. And so Baral's expertise, we get to draw 2 off Tela, we get to bounce a couple things, and then we get to free cast one of our other valuable 4 mana spells, and we don't get the Tela trigger for that because we aren't spending mana. But we get an extra chump blocker, and we get an extra 4 mana spell. So we could get like Baral's expertise into Behold the Multiverse, Baral's expertise into, Scour for Scrap, Factor Fiction. Not Nanogene Conversion, I don't think we would do. But like Thrawn Dynamo, Scepter, one of our mana rocks, da 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 da. I think there's a lot of good options for it. Absolutely not. You're not allowed to play this Chandra. You're not allowed. I refuse. If you are going to force a Planeswalker into this creation, it must be the stupid 6 mana Chandra. But she's my mana rock. This is your mana rock. You know what I like about my mana rocks? Ones that can't be directly beaten to death. You're walking into the streets of Chicago at 1 a.m. talking about, but this is my favorite Rolex. If we're bringing in a Planeswalker, we gotta be bringing it in for a different reason. And so 6 mana Chandra. There are so many of these bitches. This 6 mana Idiot Chandra, you are allowed. This will also draw you 2 cards and give you colored mana. In any combination. And then if you need to ramp prior to that, you are getting a stone. You are getting a nice diamond to offer to Chandra to earn her love. Hello, Phyrexian Confection. Kai, I play a little bit, but not a lot. I'm certainly not proficient. I can navigate it, but I am not an expert. So let me see how this curve out typically goes. All right. So our fixing's a little bit fucked, but not totally. I'm just going to play this to get our red for turn. All right. We don't ramp, but we draw 2. Oh! Fuck this land. Fuck this land. I think I go bam, bam. I only kick it once, which hurts, but now next turn I'm going to be able to cast Tella. So I get Tella ahead of curve. Success. Next turn, I kick consult the star charts because I cast it bigly, draw 2. Now I get to check for 5. Crackle's going to come in, Sink into Stupor's going to come in. And I also get to make a hero. So I'm holding up a counterspell, I'm holding up a bounce, and I am holding up terrain generating if I don't have to do any of that shit. So I think that's what I do. I see if I have to counterspell, I see if I have to bounce. If I don't, and to help you out, I'm going to pretend I don't. You are a fucking idiot. Why did you not... Eric, I appreciate it if you tell me in the primer that you have a hard time staying away from glue traps for mice. I would appreciate it if you told me in the primer that this is what your home looked like. Oh, this is very disturbing immediately. This is much less funny than I wanted it to be. Here, we'll go here. Anyway, I would appreciate it if you told me in the primer that this is what your living room looked like. If you came in here trying to argue that you were going to make so many 1/1s that you were going to drown the board in interns, maybe I would believe you. But because we are saying, oh, all the 1/1s are going to get eaten as chump blockers, I do think Three Tree City is a trap land and should be. You know what? It's a bounce land now. Oh, I can only put a basic out. Oh, I'm so fucking sad. I tap this and do nothing with it. All right, now I choose hero. I get this to level 2. I can't really do anything else. I wait. I prepare for somebody to be mean to me, and then I do like a big hide on the ceiling. I do a big hide on the ceiling, and I hold up like 2 blue. So I do hide on the ceiling for x equals 3 to get to 4. Then for my next trick, and I have a token now. So these tap for mana as well. And then I got a lot of interaction. I don't have a lot to spend it on. I could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I could pay 3 into Crackle with... I could pay 15 into Crackle with Power. Or I could pay for 15 damage in Crackle with Power. And then Tella would deal 11. That's not really enough. I generate terrain, and I hold up counter magic. And then I'd be a little bit, I think I'd be a little bit more free about using counter magic now, because I want it to make me heroes. Maybe I even find an excuse to use all these. Now I think I should have enough mana that Crackle will kill everybody. 5, 10, 14, 15, 16. So if I have 16 mana, I can pay 4? Yeah, I can pay 4 into Crackle. So now I can do 20 into 20 into each player. And then I'll have spent 4, so that's 34. I think turn 8, 34 damage to each player is lethal. So we get there, and the deck gets there. Yeah, I think you just got to get a little bit funkier. I think for the ramp section, having the bounce lands would be useful to you, even though we didn't have too much trouble hitting our land drops in this playtest. Sorcerer class, obviously good, but I think Force, Score, Pillage, Windfall. Curse of the Swine, potentially Desynchronization, definitely Fiery Confluence, potentially Washout. And then we talked about the Chandra Lateral, but all those other cards becoming the big goofers that we talked about, I think would make you much, much happier. You could also run Firemind Vessel. It is pretty slow ramp, but it is a shitload of mana. Yeah, you do a little bit of cloning, you do a little bit of taking, and then all of a sudden, it's Big Sandwich Day. Holy fuck, put put your heroes in the regalia, hit your land drops. This is not a good card, but it is bitching. This would not be good for you, but it would be absolutely bitching. You would absolutely freak their Jordans if you played this card in front of them. Hi, baby. I had Regalia in for a bit, and yeah, it was something. All right, if the new version of the deck works meaningfully better, put the Regalia in as a little treat. We're going to put you on the board. I think this is pretty good. I like the vibe here. I like what you're doing here. Your rampant aversion to bounce lands got me freaked up, though. Your aversion to good ramp in pursuit of colorless lands and getting rid of maximum hand size, which is always the first sign that you need to be sent off to Spellslinger school. But I like this. This is cool. This is fun. Thank you for sending it in. I hope you enjoyed this improvement process. We're going to go to the manual ad break, and then it's Starry Eyes time. And then, Derek, are you here? Oh, wait, is Derek fun? I thought you didn't like bounce lands. That's old news. That's last year me, new me. I think Derek might be fun. I have a vague memory of those handles being connected. Let me look. It is. Okay. Full stop. I like max hand size because I hate when the game comes to a halt where I have to figure out what to discard. So that's where we have to, like, that is a problem. But I think you will be amazed by how much better your games go if you confront the internal thought processes that are making the game come to a halt rather than confronting the having to discard. Like, the discard phase can be really funny. And one thing you should accept is accept that you might make the wrong move, because you want to know what's fucking hilarious? You want to know what is some of the most hilarious shit you can ever do? is when if you have like 9 cards in hand, you have to discard 2. Just pick the 2 most responsible things and be like, fuck those guys, I'm not going to school today. And then when you get hit by something that you could have stopped if you had kept those other cards, you are going to have to learn how to cry on demand. But if you can get one single tear rolling down your face as like they put the spell on the stack, you don't even respond verbally. You just like slowly reach a hand out towards the 1 mana counterspell that you put in the bin. Like, will you lose the game for it? Yes. The comedic potential of it is sky fucking high, though. Like, it's such a... And then you can iterate over time, right? As you figure out better when you need to hold the 1 mana counterspells and when you don't. But I think this deck, the runway is pretty straightforward. What you need to win the game and what you need to effectuate your game plan is pretty straightforward. And so I don't think the decisions have to be like that hard. Most of your decisions should be, do I have counter magic? I need counter magic in hand. I need something that can draw me cards. And I need something that can potentially do a fuckload of damage. That's 3 cards you have to keep in your hand. That's it. After you identify a card for each of those categories, you throw the rest out of your hand like you're moving an X out non-consensually. Get wicked. Chuck them out the window. Find them after the game. Get lousy. Pedgman, you are sadder than normal. We are on a plane to PAX Unplugged tomorrow. So if anybody's going to PAX Unplugged, you will see me there. And then Eric, you've probably heard this advice before, but it helped me a lot when I was learning how to be okay with discard. Don't pick what you're discarding, pick what you're keeping. It's much easier to orient around what 7 cards do I need than it is to figure out like which of my children do I not need. I'm sorry, bounce land. Bounce land. One. 2. Chat, tell me the fucking desert. Tell me the fucking desert. I can't remember it. If you bounce a desert, you get to surveil 1. What the fuck is this? Arid Archway. Bounce land. You should count your fucking blessings that I don't make you run Lotus Field in this deck. You should count your fucking blessings that I'm not making you sacrifice these motherfuckers. Bounce land. How dare you? I don't think we need to put the Surveyor Scope package in. So Tower becomes 1. Abstergo Entertainment is crazy crack smoking. I would genuinely recommend Pit of Offerings. I understand that you want Graveyard Hate based on Scavenger Grounds and Abstergo Entertainment. Pit of Offerings has always been really, really underwhelming for me when it comes to both graveyard control and being able to use it as a land. Hey, thank you, T-Bell. I appreciate that. So those are the 3 I would turn into bounce lands. Yeah, I don't think it's actually been helpful yet, whereas Scavenger has saved my bacon. Yeah. So kill this. Everybody was really up on this card right when it came out, and it's been just steadily cratering. All right, 3-minute ad break is over. Starry-eyed, are you ready to go? If you are on TikTok, there's always a guillotine over my forehead. Please prepare to move to YouTube or Twitch when they take me down. Starry-eyed's ready. I'm going to run to the bathroom. We're moving. We're grooving. It's occurring. I gotta leak some communications real fast. I got a No, I can't say it. I'm sorry. I thought I'm not gonna. Yeah, we'll talk about this soon once they debut it. Zeroite, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse, my friend. I don't understand bounce lands. You aren't netting any mana since you have to return a land back to hand. Your mana output stays the same as if you played 2 lands. So Dennis Chain Guy, the value of bounce lands is in downside risk prevention. You are not playing a bounce land because, oh my god, it makes you so much mana. You are playing a bounce land because if you want to go low on lands in general, like if you want to be under 40 lands, but you want to be very confident that you're going to play land drops every single turn, bounce lands guarantee land drops and keep you on curve over and over and over and over and over again. Like case in point being, if you had 2 lands or 3 lands in this deck, you could be in a lot of trouble. If one of those lands is a bounce land, it means you're at 4 mana, which is enough to start casting all the fucked up silly spells we have. That matters. If we get to 4 lands, now you have 5 mana. You can cast your commander and you can get all your card draw and get the rest of your land drops. So bounce lands are meant to make 2 land hands more keepable, or they are meant to make 3 land curve outs function better, particularly when you don't have green and without needing to contribute more of your deck building budget to artifact ramp. So yeah, they are not about, like, they are very much a like bracket to taxpayer type strategy. They are not a like, oh my god, you're about to rob a bank, make your getaway to Mexico, retire on a beach with a baddie type stuff. They're just like, oh my god, I'm gonna get 25% off at Safeway this week. Quazzler, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse. Let's grab Starry-Eyed's deck. This is a spooky deck. Welcome, everyone. Today, I am here to share with you a poorly conceptualized, poorly executed deck that was born of seeing Golden Tail Trainer mention modified creatures and wanting to play the Fox card. This is a deck built mostly from cards I had lying around. God. So a lot of Modern Horizons 3 and Foundations. Exceptions to this rule have been noted, so you can shame me appropriately. Having climbed a mountain and meditated on it, the direction I want to take this deck is Modified Aristocrats with a Bestow sub-theme. Because it brings me joy to kill a man just to have his shoes keep fighting on his behalf. To that end, I'm open to swapping commanders, but not turning to counterslop. May this be a demonstration of how bad I have been in the past and how far I've come. Enjoy. I'll see if I can get to enjoyment after I get past the mild stroke I'm having reading this theme. Modified Aristocrats with a Bestow sub-theme. Today we're having peanut butter and chive soup with a little bit of lemon sponge over the top. What the fuck? What the fuck? Terrence, Bestow are enchantment creatures that you can cast as auras. David, Twitch, that is so kind of you, but thank you. I hope that overtime helped make your finances better in general, and thank you for spending some of it on me. That's very, very sweet of you. Oh my god, and then it's just Abzan Voltron! And then it's just Abzan Voltron! Where's that, like, super bougie description of chicken nuggets? Hold on. No, there's some fucking Tumblr post where it's like, today we're having fresh chicken cutlets, breaded in heritage Italian panko, and then served with a, like, tomato balsamic reduction with a little bit of salt sprinkled on top. Yeah, deconstructed chicken cutlet. Today we are eating a deconstructed chicken cutlet, breaded in Italian heritage panko crumbs, and finished with a tomato balsamic reduction. Heritage Italian panko is impossible on so many levels. Yeah! So's the aristocrat Voltron with a bestow sub-theme! A normal amount. Oh, holy fuck. Holy fuck. Built from collection looking ass. Bro, you can't. Hold on. What's the. Is it West Marches? Yeah. Yeah. Bro, you cannot show up to the West Marches forum with no holdings. You can't pull up with no lineage. Jay Arlington, thank you for the raid. We're looking at an absolute disaster of a deck today. We're looking at an absolute train wreck. This is the first deck I ever built. I didn't know shit. Where's the leather jacket? When have I ever had a leather jacket? I would look good in one though, thank you. $6 mana base. This is how the poors live. This is the type of mana base that convinces somebody that OG duels should be game changers. This is the type of mana base that convinces somebody that an untapped dual land is more powerful than an Eldrazi. An attempted mana base. Oh Jesus. We get to scry. Hey, at least one word was accurate. We are in fact shambling. It is 38. It is the correct amount. For a deck that wanted to be about modified creatures, it's really baffling that I only have these to show for it. Okay, modified gets lifelink. This is a draft common. This is a draft uncommon. Okay, so he's a modified creature Anthem. And so if we Voltron him, all of our other modified creatures get very good. I stand by Golden Tail making me happy. You are a furry content creator. The bar is not that high for this type of thing. I don't know if Golden Tail Trainer made you happy. I think the type line Fox Samurai handled that for us. I don't know if the text box matters. Alright, Signature Slam is dope. Good cards I killed a precon for. Holy shit. Holy shit, we killed a precon card for a tapped duel with Cycling 2. I killed a man to pull out his cracked molar and put it into my mouth. I killed a man to sell his organs on the black market. What organs? Not his kidneys. I took his toenails. What's your rules question, Shimi? Let's shout out Jay Arlington. Killing a man for his phone case. Phone cases have a use. Phone cases have a proactive use. I don't even know, man. I don't even know. He looks cool. That's not my fault. He had this shit on. That's not my fault. If I Veil of Summer and then Beast Within a creature with a ward cost. If I don't pay the ward cost, does it still resolve? Yes. Yes, it does. Because ward is a triggered ability that will counter your thing, but if your thing can't be countered, you don't fucking care. Hakaro, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse, my friend. I want to start getting cards. I've only been playing Arena. Where do I start? Drake, if you want to build a commander deck, I would buy a precon and then buy singles to upgrade that precon. If you just love opening packs, I would go to your local game store and buy any packs you think look cool. Hakoro, thank you very much for the Prime sub. Welcome to the dog home, my friend. Vampire Nighthawk is a worse Carsey Revenant. This is the exact type of card. This is the exact type of card that sneaks in that sneaks in when you're building a deck from your collection, because you go like, oh my god, Death Touch, that's basically removal. Z went to build a mono black deck from their collection a few weeks ago. That deck had 10 dog shit Death Touchers in it because they were like, I didn't find removal. And this basically worked. So I know for a fact I'm reaching back into previous Starry-Eyed Nightwing and realizing what they thought was happening, and you were like, holy shit, flying and Death Touch? That's basically a kill spell. That's basically a kill spell against the dragon player, and you're always fucking wrong. But this is why we proxy. If you do want this type of effect, a thing that could genuinely work for the deck is like Karsi Revenant, which was mentioned in chat. But this makes a modified creature. Wow. Yippee. Yippee wahoo. I have a flying death touching lifelinker that I can Voltron to make good, and then if they die, oh my god, I can make something else modified. Yippee wahoo. I pulled it, I swear! Let's just talk. Let's talk about the words you told to me when you said, I'm not gonna transition the +1/+1 count. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna give in and put those cards in that people only put in because they want to make stuff with the 1,000,000/1/1 counters. That's not me, you know. I want modified creatures. I want bestow. I want an aristocrat sub-theme, you know. I would never sacrifice all of that for something stupid like a +1/+1 counter. Of course I wouldn't. Said Mr. fucking Jekyll before they took the hide juice. Like, we gotta... Doubling Season is called a win more card because it wins your more games. Honda Accord, enjoy your ban. Get out of here. Get thee hence right now. Duskmourn looks cool. Is it worth building off of? Yes, so a Precon is a pre-constructed commander deck. Every game store will sell them. You can buy them online. They have a bunch from Duskmourn. All of them are very good. I was told removal was important. So real. So true. So real and true. I hate that this will work in a lot of commander games. This is fine. It's fine. It's fine. Toughness 4 or greater. It works on the dragons. It works on the dragons. Wow, that's bad. Wow. Why is the Ozolith in here? What is happening? I went out of my way to buy these. Okay, good. Counter slop. I love it. Modify. Okay. So Starry, I realize we're looking at you as a child. And it's unfair to judge adult you by what 5-year-old you finger painted. So let's approach this from a premise I'm banning you. I just think it's a really important thing that we point out how drug abuse is very negative. I would never condone or support abusing drugs, and I would never, ever do drugs myself. 1 second, I gotta clean a window. Anyway, drugs are bad. I don't play counter slop decks. I've been Starry-Eyed Nightwing. Thank you all. You dumb motherfucker. What's happening? So anyway, from a premise perspective, from a premise perspective, I think it's going to be really difficult to achieve modified aristocrats while using a commander that cares about +1/+1 counters. Like truly, it's going to be really difficult to avoid falling into counterslop and maintaining a distinct personality, because what's going to happen is, if we're talking about how do we make this deck function the way you wanted it to from the beginning, a really important thing is how do we make everything modified as quickly as possible. Do you want to know one of the best cards for that? Fuck me, am I right? Fuck me, am I right? And we're going to keep running into this issue over and over and over. When I say I don't want counterslop, I mostly mean I want some diversity to the modification. I do understand that. I promise you I understand that. And what I mean is your desire for diversity when your commander already synergizes with 1/1 counters is always going to fight the ability of the deck to function. That's going to be a genuinely tough hurdle for us to clear. Because cards like Ouroboros, like the things we want is just how make board always modified, and way make board always modified is give everything on board +1/+1 counter. Boom, me now modified. And so if we're going to approach modification from a different angle, we kind of want auras and equipments. Oh, true. Like, actually, Alec Man, as you say that, this is actually probably the perfect commander, and is going to further highlight the issue with +1/+1 counter support being so much better than the other stuff, that it's going to lead us astray. Because if you say I want modified creatures I can kill to animate their shoes to continue fighting, that is a very funny sentence, and it is best effectuated by playing Felithar, Dawn of the Abzan, sacrificing the modified creature we want to sacrifice, and putting counters on everything else to make them modified. So if we were going to move forward with this as the commander, how do we make Golden Tail Trainer the best? Let's see. Let's look at Envoy of the Ancestors. Black, green, white. Okay, let's just try. Let's go into surgery. Okay, so we get Kodama. Modified creatures have whatever. We get an Umbra. We get Tawashi. One with the Kami would be very good for this aristocrat stuff. We get the guy that you cared the most about. We can give modified creatures trample, but I don't think that's actually the most important thing here. Flying when modified is not very important. Silver Sable's not very good. Expanding Ooze. That's all of it. Oh no. All right, Guardian of the Forgotten. Expanding oozes ass. Why are we taking that? Because I'm the best goddamn doctor in North America and I'm trying to save my patient. Okay, another source of trample. Dr. House, is that you? Okay, so here's our core of modified synergies. Oh, I missed it from the surgical suite. Okay. My fault, my fault. See prior message. I guess the upside is that bestow and reconfigure rely mostly on +1/+1 counters. Anyway, if I were to sacrifice my soul, I could just accept the slot for what it is. I don't think you have to. I'm doing this because I genuinely think we can save it. Also, Chaos Kami, thank you for the tier 1 sub, and it's just Chimmy, thank you for the prime sub. Welcome back to the dog home. We have a lot of like shitty low mana permanents. I need advanced. Outlast. I'm cooking. I promise I'm cooking. All right, what do we put at the top end? We also put in a chroma because we actually now all of a sudden might get a big confluence of keywords. We get collected company because we have a lot of. Let me look at this curve. Am I truing right now? That's a lot of 4s. That is a lot of 4s. So collected company is really just going to flip one creature. Okay. Give me Birthing Ritual. Give me Birds of Paradise. Now, this is actually a deck where I think we care more about 2 mana ramp because we need to fix 3 colors by turn 2. Did Farseek make it in there? Okay, now we got to go to Bestow. We have Baleful Eidolon, that's really expensive. Boon Satyr has Flash, that looks a little bit funny. Flying First Strike, sure. Countless Battles, sure. Double Strike's good. Lure Effect, we're not going to have good interaction, so a Lure Effect is not nothing. Mentor is good, another way to give modified. Ringheart Nantuko, Trickster's Elk. And then Bestow and Mutate are pretty close to the same thing, yeah. We'll put in Carsey Revenant. Then let's put in some card draw. We're doing a rough draft right now. So I'm just going to put in the obvious hits. First. Oh God, where are you? That white vampire that cares about getting counters put on him. I don't think Evolution Witness. Ah, Dusk Legion, yeah. Here we go. We're not making tokens. Infiltration lens, the only fucking the only non fucking command tower I'm putting in this deck right now is Abandoned Air Temple because this land is fucked up. And if you are in white, you should play this fucking land. Yeah, Bitterthorn. How many whatevers are we at? This curve is heinous. This curve is heinous. There are 32 creatures. Sorceries, artifacts, enchantments. Gavany Township. Oh, yeah. All right, 38 lands total. Reconfigure as well. Oh, Lord. You're having these stuff so many organs in this body. This guy sucks. This guy sucks. Okay, Graveyard Hate? Sure. Terrible, terrible ramp, but sure. I think we have Kodama. I think that was one of the first. Yeah, that was one of the first cards I pulled. We can try Blade of the Oni just for you. I feel like the aura synergies are going to be broader than our equipment synergies, but I'm not totally sure. Sup, my G? Thank you very much for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse, my friend. I don't want to be light pausing. Do the bestow creatures count as auras? Like, can we flip them with this? They're not. So it's not going to flip with, like, Songbbird's Blessing. Okay, Virtuous Roll is modified. Oh, we could get some good earthbending. I think we have to now go for, like, having removal. Because we're in the last 8 cards. Grasp of Fate, Unexplained Absence. What are some other big ones? Beta Bill Geo, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse. And Magical Fish Psyche, thank you very much. Sure. Spelled that. Raven Charm. And then we'll do like Ingaruk's Wake for a big one-sided board wipe. So I think we want Battle of Bywater. Sure. That probably doesn't work the way we want it to, but we can swap it for something. Does this play any magic? Okay, we get Dark Confidant. Next turn, we lose 2 for this guy, we draw. Play that. Next turn, we lose 3 life for that. Belethar, fuck Dark Confidant. We get a draw off of Dust Legion Duelist. We have to discard 2. Fuck the Brushwag. Fuck that guy. Next turn, we miss a land again. Darkstar Augur, no Offspring. Okay, this time we finally get a land drop, but now it's turn 6 and we're really not doing anything. Oof. So now we can drop the Hopeful Eidolon and we can drop the Unforgiving one. Go to combat. She'd have a counter on her too. Swing, swing. Drop this guy. Everybody gets a counter. I draw for Dusk Legion Duelist. I control 4 modified creatures, and so starting on my next turn, I could go Abzan Acolyte, hold up interaction. Everything has a counter, so I really would just go like, okay, swing board. I can get mana value 4 or less back. I probably get like Dark Confidant back. And I get more counters on the board. So this can... The curve on this absolutely has to be cleaned up. I think there's a lot of things that are not doing good, that are not like good enough. And if you have a really good land base, if we clean up the land base and we get some dual lands, you could accelerate it a lot by turning more of this ramp into 1 mana dork so we could get started earlier. Because right now it's like, ain't shit happening until turn 3. Ain't shit in the world happening until turn 3. Shit, I'm spending 3 turns ramping. 3 turns, I just go ramp, ramp. I eventually get a Dark Confidant. Now I have 7 lands. Maybe now something can happen. So I can expand my ooze. I don't even know if I would want to. I think I would go like... Okay, Bitterthorn, I get a guy. 3 lands. Belethar. Bitterthorn thing dies to give Confidant and Felethar counters. Go to my next turn. The trainer's here. Neither of these are or equipments. The ooze is here. Then I go to combat and I kill the ooze to get counters on everybody. We have removal, we get an extra card, we put this down, we fucking hope and seethe. Sage is referee, we get to draw one card. Okay, Buster Sword, I love it. Turn 6, I sacrifice Bitterthorn to get more counters on everybody. I could swing Golden Tail Trainer. They are a 4 whatever, so everything gets +4/+4. What's funny is this is playing worse than the original usually plays. Well, yeah, because we're just throwing in everything that says something. Like, it is a... I'm trying to stay true to your word instead of... You want to know why this plays worse? Because in your deck, for a deck that wanted to be about modified creatures, it's baffling. I have these 3 permanents that care about modified creatures. This deck has like 30 things that care about modified permanents to try to make the modified permanents angle work. Because yeah, like one Mossborn Hydra clears this entire version of the deck. Because Mossborn Hydra has nothing to do with what was it? Voltron, Aristocrat, Bestow. We could do Sheltered by Ghosts, yeah. So we get a Mana Dork. We get a 3 here. We could like... I think we could Stocking the Pantry before we play him so that we get a counter on him. Okay, so this is a 3/3 with first strike. You're rapidly losing the allegations in this version is more effective. We're rapidly losing hold of the narrative that the 3/3 with first strike is devastatingly useful. Oh, now big play. Fetid Gargantua. Hell yes. That's what I'm fucking talking about. Now I also have a 4/4. I'm unkillable. I am Sukuna. Right, if we just wanted a bestow deck, then we could put like Sithis in the command zone and go home and we wouldn't have to care about fucking anything. It's that we're trying to capture really like 3 different archetypes all under the umbrella of modified right now. We're trying to capture a little bit of Equipment Voltron, but not much. We're trying to capture Bestow, which is like... Bestow is Enchantress Voltron if it was bad. Very few of the Bestow creatures are actually that good as auras, and most of them are overpriced because they have to be priced to be both creatures and auras that you can equip at a different time. And we're fighting all of that without a really compelling way to make mana. Alright, so we can board wipe. We could flip the top, what, 3? Hell yeah, flip top 3. Oh yeah, this deck's crazy. My fault. My fault, goat. So if I were to then fix this from here, because frankly, I don't think either of these work. If I were to fix this from here, I would probably begin cutting the things that say each creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it has insert thing that is not devastatingly good. So like first strike, pretty goddamn good if I want to go to combat a lot. Lifelink, not as good. Or it's coward behavior. Celestial Archon is just fucking overpriced for what we're trying to do, which is a really hard thing. Like, modified have lifelink. Like, giving them lifelink is just not a big enough benefit. Expanding ooze is unfortunately dog shit. I don't think Guardian of the Forgotten works as is. I think the way we want the deck to be, it eventually works, but right now we can't get enough equipments. We can't get enough equipments on enough bodies for it to be super useful. We don't have Genova, but I think Genova could be added in. Yeah, Reach is not good enough, so you have to die. Death Touch pretty fucking good. Trample's pretty good. I think the best situation you can get into is you can use the Unforgiving one to loop some of the stuff that you sacrifice. That's probably the most positive this deck gets. If it's going to work, you probably need a good mana base, and then you probably need like Llanowar Elves, or fucking Arbor Elf, Elvish Mystic, and Finhorn Elves, which even this version I don't think works well yet. I just think it's like a really... Marin of Clan Neltoth can also loop, but I think the point of this deck is to not give into the like... Not give into the already extremely highly supported ways to do... If we just wanted to do Golgari Aristocrats, yeah, Marin of Clan Neltoth, copy-paste from EDH Trek, immediately job is done. Yeah, this hand does fucking nothing. Similarly, this hand does fucking nothing. We go down to 6. This hand does fucking nothing. We go down to 5. Alright, whatever. We get... Theoretically, the guy that we give the most shits about. So I play this, I tap it to put a counter on this guy so he's modified, I play Felithar, I sacrifice this to put more counters on everybody. God, turn 4 we have a 3/5 that could banner our other guys. And then we go like Sky Shroud Claim, get more ramp. Now we can have Danitha, and so like the upshot is I can swing. Oh, everything has +3/+3. Ooh. What's Nakara and Yannick? Ooh, whenever something dies, if it had one or more counters on it, you draw a card, lose 1 life. Ooh, these could work, yeah. On ETB, exile something until Yannick's gone, but distribute counters equal to the exiled thing's power. And that way we have a little bit of a card draw engine too to help, because we're definitely losing card velocity really, really quickly. Alright, no lands, God hates us. No ramp, God hates us. Okay. I do think these two are the better commander option. I don't want to rebuild this deck from scratch again, but with a 3 and 4 mana commander, most of whom are easier to cast, I would then turn almost all of the ramp into 1 mana ramp with a little bit of 2 mana ramp for fixing. And then I think a lot of these remain playable, but now your commanders are handling much more of the load on like the nuts and bolts of the deck moving. So I think the idea can work with these two. I do not think the idea works with what you do have. I think the idea could work with Felithar, Dawn of the Abzan, but you would end up leaning far, far too heavily into just 1/1 counter slop. We were deep in the trenches. This is not your fault. It was your first deck. You don't have to feel bad, but we do have to set this on fire. Because the premise can exist, but we're dipping our fingers into like 3 different archetypes, and we're trying to avoid the good support for all of those archetypes because the good decks in these archetypes have fucking a million mythic rares you could put in, but those take over the personality of the deck instantly. So that's going to be where we leave this one. I wish you luck with this, Starry, and I hope seeing my pain trying to make this deck work helped you. I think so. That's where we're gonna leave your deck, and I think we are gonna do. I think we do have time to do this draft deck before we raid into Z and continue getting ready for all the other shit we have to do today. Mr. Maltown, in regards to the custom card reviews, are we allowed to request glow-ups with channel points, or are those paid only? Those are paid only because Veggie will talk for a very long time. And if we do those for channel point redeems, we will get like 20 cards done in the entire day. Because I think the other people scheduled to go today either got rescheduled or couldn't be here today. So yeah, we're drafting Gibbons. We are currently 2-2, so we could just instantly lose, and then we're just done for the day. But I think we're gonna be raiding into Z, and so we're drafting until they go live. If we bust her out instantly, I will tilt draft. If we bust her out instantly, I will 100% tilt draft until Z goes live. 7-2, we're all calling it. We're all very confident. Excellent. I'm also confident. Let me look at this curve though. Or not the curve. Let me look at the pip distribution. I think I need to go up a land. Go to 16 lands. And then is there a card that like really makes sense to cut? I think 1 copy of these guys. They've not been doing enough for me. How did the Avatar pre-release go? I did not go to a pre-release. I did not go to a pre-release, but I am learning how to draft to build out the PowerPoint of my complete feelings on the Avatar draft set. Oh my god, they got somebody in silver too. What the fuck is this? Okay, we are immediately rewarded for changing the lands around. I'm mono black, dude. Don't bother me. Don't bother me, sir. I'm mono black. Get thee hence. If this is another mono green deck, we are immediately tilt drafting. We're immediately tilt drafting earthbending only. Holy shit. Give me that hand, dude. They had 2 pieces of removal in that hand. I don't really care about getting rid of any of these cards right now, so I think I go Zhang Zhang next. I mean, what's devastating is like I'm now losing. I'm now losing because they pitched removal because they have earthbending. They pitched removal because there's Selesnya ally slop and they get to fucking earthbend every fucking second of the game. That's so sick, bro. That's so fucking cool. I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you. Oh my god. Okay. Are you serious? They got fucking exalted. Whatever. They don't have trample. Who cares? Who cares? Trample doesn't matter. Life of Shade. I'm checking the Ko-Fi. Thank you very much for the crisp $10 for me completing my homework and getting to the drafting. Okay, whenever that creature attacks, that's fine. They're also not an ally. I don't think I care yet. They're gonna start swinging with this guy next turn. I think I have to cycle this guy so that I can cast the lizard. This is gonna be a weird turn, but I do think I think if I cast the lizard, even though it's better overall tempo, it doesn't work out. I think it behooves me to wait. Yeah, that's fine. I actually would have been fucked if I cast the lizard. Okay. Oh, oh wait, no, they declared attackers. I thought I did that at like a timing that allowed them to fucking just hit me with everything. All right, let's get Haru the fuck up out of here. Thank you. Goodbye. Not attacking this turn. So I just gotta keep... I'm gonna lay down something that allows me to double block, and I'm going to begin sniping their Earthbent lands. And we're just gonna fucking pray. We're just gonna fucking pray that our good, morally righteous deck can stand against the Earthbending dipshits. I don't think I'm ever gonna get raid for Cruel Administrator. They can't kill both my guys, so I will begin eating your board one creature at a time. Only have 6 mana. Not being able to double spell is trash. Fucking man. I needed that to not be this being a creature means I can't double block it again. And now I still cannot double spell. So I think I just have to raid and then, or not raid. I think I just have to keep putting stuff out that allows me to. God fucking. Nothing I do matters, man. Nothing I fucking do matters. Are you fucking joking me? And they just eat it with all their fucking earthbent lands. Oh, they're gonna give up a forever creature. Okay. I mean, even if they didn't have this enchantment, it would still be rough. Like, they're playing badly because they have this enchantment. We're just gonna go to the ad break for the rest of this. No, I'll let you all watch. They had 2. Bro. Fucking excellent, man. See, and this is what I mean by, like, you bring your highly parasitic doo-doo pile into play with I throw rocks at you until you die. Earthbending is way too fucking good. Or Earthbending, I would say, is way too good for the draft format. Like, it just doesn't feel... It feels like either you get the Azorius Flyers stuff, which is very hotly contested because it's also very good, or you get the Earthbending stuff, and if you get the Earthbending stuff, Earthbending is good until you get your land boomeranged. Yeah, but that's not a realistic enough threat to hurt Earthbending in the aggregate. All right, we're going to the ad break. Your screen is slightly cut off on the right. That's probably because you're watching TikTok vertical, and there is just not a way. There's not a way to fit all of Arena's shit onto the vertical stream. If you turn your phone, it will change the aspect ratio, and then it will work. But yeah, my God, trying to do. So let's test that theory. We're going to Angry Baby draft everything. We're gonna hard force Earthbending. I've gotten into Magic last week. It's fun, but any tips? Take it slow, give yourself time. Don't worry about trying to understand everything all at once instantly. Yeah, like, you know what would make Earthbending fair is if everybody's draft deck came with 4 copies of Sokka's Boomerang that were color fixed. Then Earthbending would be a fair and normal ability. I think Airbending is going to be decidedly better in Constructed, but for draft it seems so impossible to beat the value of turning my land into a blocker. Alright, so we get non-creature, clue token. That seems whatever. Bad waterbender. A little dickhead flyer. Ooh, Boomy, which is a lesson-based earthbender. That's pretty fucking funny. You know what? That looks like a bad card to me. That looks like a bad card to me, but I said we're forcing earthbending. And so we're going to put it to the test. And if we go 0-3, then at least I can go to bed happy knowing that not all earthbending cards are just free wins. Jodie might be solid. She is, however, she does not say earthbending on her. Oh wow, airbending. That would be pretty good. Too bad it's not earthbending. Badger Mole is earthbending. The craziest part about earthbending is that there's no risk. Like, you make your land a blocker and it just comes back. Shit is rigged. Exactly. Me when I earthbend more. I will not be stopped. I will not be slowed. I will pick every goddamn common that says earthbending, and I will go 0-3, and I will come up with a new cope. The risk is getting hit by Sokka's boomerang. Which, that's the entirety of the risk. Sokka's gonna boomerang me. No, Kazular, exiling the land makes it come back. If you exile an earthbent land, you get that junk right back. Bad earthbending or bad fixing. If your earthbent land dies, does it trigger landfall when it comes back? Yes. Okay. Lesson guy. Targeted discard. Ooh, bad earthbending guy. Alright, removal. Well, creature removal, non-creature removal, mana fixing. Does this do anything? Mana fixing for lessons, which is not very good. I guess this is a lesson, which I have non-zero synergy for. By the way, just checked. We have exactly 2 bounce cards in this set. They both say non-land permanent. Is that true? Are we about to ban Time Kit for being a liar? For being a no good, naughty liar? I really want Big Cat, but after I just got hosed by that artifact and enchantment, I kind of want more lessons. We don't need a cycler yet, I don't think. Card literally named Boomerang Basics, and it says non-land. Ooh! Ooh, Time Kit! You better head back to your LGS and you better send a moderately worded letter, my friend. Alright, we have green removal. You better let them know that they are schemers. Come on. Yeah, that shit says non-land, Brother Bear. The Wasp is okay, but the Wasp doesn't say Earthbend, and we're testing something. Alright, so Lost Day is the only counterplay. Oh, yeah. A 5 mana instant is the only counterplay to Earthbending. Whoa! Not auto draft Bolas. Holy hell, dude. I'm sorry, I thought we were doing something. That's my fault. I thought we were active. So yeah, earthbending just like doesn't give the guy a break. He's working on his craft right now. Yeah, he's painting Warhammer minis. He's painting Warhammer minis. He needs a moment. So yeah, earthbending has it has so little counterplay. Origin of metal bending really doesn't seem. I'm gonna take this just in case we go into a second color. Oh well, none of these say earthbending, but this one's green. I think this man is like changing. I mean, whoever they are, this person is changing their child's diaper. Dude, I have so many comments. The rarest thing we've drafted is an uncommon, and this is probably the best deck we've made so far. Because it says earthbending the most times. Okay. That is this is in my colors. I doubt we keep you, but you are Alright, that is a lesson. We're currently in kind of team your lesson territory. This is the real reason the Fire Nation outlawed bending. They knew that shit was OP. Yup. Yup. This is why they tried to kill Haru. They were right to do it. They were right to try to kill baby Haru. Motherfucker is Thanos. Oh my god, the turtle duck wield. Call me Scott the way I'm so fucking Bacula. David Starr, thank you for the $2 super chat. The YouTube chat window has been borked for me and I've been trying to fix it quietly for a few minutes and we are now back. Mauled, everything getting into Warhammer? No, not until I'm much richer. I did not see the new Doctor for Risk of Rain 2. What's pack 2? Obsessive Pursuit. Too bad that doesn't say Earthbend on it. Okay. I can exhaust to Earthbend 4. I can ally slop, but I don't have Haru to do ally slop with. I mean, I have a couple 4s. That's true. It says Earthbend. I'm sorry, Whitebread. I'm not gonna falter. It says Earthbend. Alright, Earthbend secured. Oh my god, I'm taking the card. I'm so sad. Wait. Fixing, right? I should take fixing. I shouldn't take Earthbend 4. I should take fixing. Right? Don't falter! Okay, this guy can Earthbend. That is not bending. Alright, there's exactly one guy that says Earthbend in this pack, so we're taking him. Surely Earthbend 4 wheels. Surely. So right now we have basically mono green with a red pip and then 2 maybes to get into team year territory. The monkey hogs, but the monkey does not Earthbend. Okay, Guru Pathik is actually more lesson stuff. Which nothing in this pack says Earthbending, so I am allowed to try to pick the card that I want. I am allowed to try to pick a good card. So I think I take Guru Pathik here. Earth Rumble Wrestlers is like very underwhelming. Turtle Duck ripped this man's arms off. Go forth. Go forth and synergize with Toph, Turtle Duck. That's true. He does have. He does not have Earth in the name. Hey Maud, what happens when you earthbend a creature turned into a land by Eudora and it dies? I think it comes back front side up. Like, I think you get the creature side back. Is this guy still... This guy's just not at his computer. Alright, I'm gonna go grab some water because I have time. Oh, here's my pack. Where's the... Oh, I see an earthbender. I see a dirty goddamn earthbender. I see another dirty goddamn earthbender. Hey, thank you, Ted Stryker. I appreciate you coming by the stream. Mono green slop? Yeah, but I'm a hungry pig, bro. So do you normally earthbend wide or earthbend tall? I think you're typically better off earthbending wide because you don't get punished really for losing the creatures as you keep the lands. 8 mana earthbend 2 and it's gonna win a game, Leprechaun. If you have badger moles, which I now do, I think now I'm a little bit incentivized to earthbend tall because I'll have a couple instances of being able to give the earthbent lands trample. But before you have trample, I think you're better off going wide. So right now, what goes on the sideboard? I think I've just taken the fucking dork here. I guess I could take removal. I'll take removal. None of these cards do anything. Oh, this is another waterbending lesson. You're probably going out of the deck. I think the Temur in this deck has been exaggerated because our curve is already looking nasty at 4. I'll take a Mountain Cycler. In absence, because we're gonna be almost all green. If you were to play Warhammer, which faction? I don't know the factions well enough.
Some crazy.
What's going on?
What are you doing?
I'm tilt drafting every card that says Earthbending on it because because the mechanic is broken, and so
valid though.
And so we're in a... You look so pretty.
Oh, thank you.
And so when there's nothing that says earthbending, I can pick something else. But if it says
Where's your removal?
I'm gonna earthbend.
Hi chat, hello. You think this one's going 7-0?
That says earthbend.
Oh my god. I hope your tactic. Oh,
that's like the worst rare I could get. Holy shit! Where's Haru, bro?
Haru, wow.
That says earthbend. Says it's white, but it says earthbend. Splash the air temple. The air temple might be worth splashing.
Wait, oh my god, is that the Riftbound TCG Luminary Z? It's me! I'm still beside myself with that, honestly. I keep on looking at the site like, nah. Hi, Gaming Project.
I'm gonna take this just in case. Just in case at the end I can make a little... Flash prowess. Fuck, this says this is the better card, but this one does say... This one does say earthbending on it, which has me interested. It has me interested. It has me worrying about it. I think I'm taking the earthbend.
Oh my god. Alright,
okay.
You're gonna have to tell me how that goes.
Okay, baby. I love you.
I love you.
Rumble Arena. So we have a good target for Earthbending. We have Guru Pathik. I really think the bottom of our curve is looking like disastrously bad. Yeah, we have so much Earthbending, the Vigilance land. Fucking, oh my god, Haru's here. Haru's here. We have another dipshit who Earthbends on death. This is a citizen. Oop, Earthbent ally. Real, real and true. That says Earthbend on it. Save us, King Haru! I love you, Haru. Save me, Haru. Earthbend my foes, Haru. Can I mention how tilting it is that Wizards decided that the Grand Lotus Iroh can't actually command a White Lotus deck? Wait, what cards can't he command? You guys, I think this Air Temple angle might be dying. Haru, Earthbend my enemies. My life is yours. Can Earthbent land get airbended? You can, if it's, I mean, if it lets you airbend land permanent, then yeah, you can hit it with airbend, but it just comes back. Okay. Oh, hold on. Hold on. The white splash might have an angle. That says Earthbend. The white splash might have an angle. This is lessons and shrines only. We take another boomy bash. I don't know if someone brought this up, but Earthbend gets around mass land denial. We haven't talked about that too much yet because we haven't been talking about Earthbend's impacts in constructed. Like really, like Earthbend is fucked up in draft because it's like, oh, free 2/2. That's it. That's all in Commander, who cares? But in draft, oh my god, free 2/2, I'm gonna die. Free 2/2, I'm a fucking dead man. Alright. So we have a lot of cyclers to maybe try to help with this 3-color pile we're doing. How badly do I want to force white to work? I have 46 cards in this deck right now. I have 4 lessons total. If I want to play more for Boomy, I probably want to go up on lessons, but I'm not. I'm gonna go down on 1 Boomy Bash. This guy, unfortunately, does not say Earthbend. Guru Pathik also, unfortunately, does not say Earthbend. Still 3 cards over. I think I need Rocky Rebuke. I'm not convinced I need both copies of Bitter Work. You even need a single planes with the Rumble Arenas? I should take 1 because I have plane cycling. So 13, 15, 16, 17. Like, I do think I want to be on 17 lands, and I do, like, Rabaru Troop is only in here as a cycling card. Man, fuck this interaction shit. Turtle Duck is a trap? You're a liar, 44th, dude. I'm gonna try the 41 card special with this Naya earthbending shit and see what we can get done. We're almost entirely green, so we're mostly just mono green, and we have a couple like baubles. We're mono green, but we wear cute bracelets. We're mono green, but I have a choker. Holy shit, we get every color? We get every color and we have nothing to do until turn 4. But I see earthbending in this hand. Please don't be red deck wins. Okay, they had to mull. Oh, fuck. Oh, but I get rebellious captives. I'm gonna tilt so hard if this works. I want all of you to understand in chat. Like, I think this might work, and if it does, I'm gonna be very angry. Because this should be terrible. This should be god-awful. Oh no, they have a Rumble Arena. They're on Jeskai Earthbending. Don't worry, Mauld. I believe in your ability to go 1-3. I do too. What is happening, bro? Go ahead. Why are they in full control? Why are they in full control for turn 3 of a silver draft game? They're taking the limitless pill to work a shift at McDonald's, man. Calm down. Calm down. You put the Lego on top of the other Lego. You don't have to worry this much. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy that I'm gonna shoot this man immediately. That's a really good card, actually. It's a really good card. It's a shame he's dead. Bro pulled at pack 1 and said, I gotta make this. I actually low-key do want that land to double spell. No, no, you fuck ass auto tapper. Stop this. Earthbend the Rumble Arena. Thank you. Thank you, Magic the Gathering Arena, for trying to ruin my plans. For trying to ruin my plans. I appreciate it. Oh my god, do you have a combat trick already? Oh yeah, I guess they have to if they were building a Sokka deck. That's fine. Hey, guess what? I get my land back. I don't give a shit, bro. Do what you need to. Do what you need to. Dude, auto tapper preying on my downfall. Okay, so they were taken in by the ally slop, and the ally slop is powerful. I will not deny that the ally slop is powerful. I think this time we go a little bit tall. I don't know how declining the trigger works, so the only reason I took that there is I was not sure if I decline the 1 life trigger if I would even get a 2 life trigger. I think I'm taking that. I think I'm taking that 7 raw. I think I'm taking that 7 raw, quite frankly. Only triggers once, only matters if you accept. Okay. If that comes up again, I will play it that way. Oh, I can't play Boomy, which is really fucked up. I have to tap the fuck. Hmm. Okay. So I can trade away the captives now if I need, or I can at least make them like use their tap down on the captives. I need another land drop actually, because I need to be able to get Boomy out without tapping down the Rumble Arena. Oh, this wasn't sorcery only. Oh, fuck. It just seems so good. Earthbending 2 for 6 mana just seems so powerful that I was like, how, in what world would this not be sorcery speed only? Dude, the ally slop is so powerful. What is a man to do in the face of all this ally slop? I think they're crazy if they don't sack for the stun counter. Nope. No, 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 no. We blocked the 6 in this town. Okay, we get the extra land now. We only have 2 lessons engraved, which really fucking sucks. I think I'm just gonna Boomy on it. Because I need to keep getting blockers that can take away the Vengeful Villagers. Then I'll get another chump ready. This is gonna be a tough couple turns. Oh god damn it! They get to Earthbend. Even the Death Sky decks are gonna Earthbend on me. God fucking damn it, man. Oh, we lose then. They have that 2 blue tap everything down. If they're like, yeah, sure, take 8, they have lethal in their fucking hand. I need my 1/1 more than I need 60% of my life total. Yeah, they're just gonna tap out and tap my whole board. Okay. Hell yeah, Lumberjack Shaggy. Congratulations. Oh, so they have a combat trick in hand, and they're trying to figure out how to trick me. I think. Like the only reason, or it's like the only way this swing makes any. What is happening? What on God's green earth? Okay. Now I don't feel good. Now I don't feel good no matter who wins. Now I feel bad no matter what happens. Because they're misplaying incredibly. Can't play head games with Quintorius? Yeah, too empty. Brain too smooth. Alright, are you done, bro? Alright. So they can do a lot of attacking, but I have a little 1-1 chump. Okay, they got the Scry 1, they're geniuses. They got the 1 life, that's value. I'm sorry I spoke ill of your head game, Quintorius. Obviously you are the Got King, that is my fault. What are we doing this for? The first one I got, you just... Okay. They were waterbending to untap more permanents, playing around the Mesmeric Orb. Now my problem is this Vengeful Villagers. They're so lost in the sauce. They built a commander deck and it worked because they just got enough things that said ally. I think that's the other thing we can like hate draft to test how brain dead it is. Like the two, because Azorius Flyers, you have to build a deck. You do have to like build a deck that does things. I think Ally and Earthbending, you can just walk into the draft and be like, I'm taking every card that says this on it, and you will walk out with something playable. Because no matter how this game ends, this is unfortunately way better than all of our other decks have done. It crushes me to say that. It crushes my soul to admit this. This is already a better draft showing than all of our decks where I built like a curve and a plan and selected good creatures. And here I am running out their timer as they freak out about all the earthbending. Come on, remove this. Give me the Scry 1 trigger. You know you want to. Just think Final Fantasy Birds. I don't agree with that, because Birds was a meme. Birds was a total meme. It did not play very well. Just swing everything, you fucking loser. Thank you. Oh my god. Danklamus, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse. If they do not sack a fucking 1-1, they have not swung any of these 1-1s all game. If they do not sack one of them to disable Rumble Arena for the rest of this match, I'm gonna scream. Thank you. My god. I think it's time for Haru to... No, I have other allies. I think I take the 5 here. Oh! And then if they have a trick, I'm just dead. If they have like pillars or whatever. Nice game plan, nerd. Unfortunately, I've already depicted you as the Wojak ally slopper and myself as the Chad rock chucker. Exactly. Hey, Danklamus, thank you so much. There's a couple things that could kill me here. I guess none of them are in their hand. We now unfortunately just die to like overall board state. They kill us with this flyer in 3 turns. And if any of the things they drew were spells that they can use. Ooh, that is crushing. That is crushingly bad. Turtle Duck, save me. That was at least that worked. The deck plays. I can confirm Earth just AFK selecting Earthbending is better than trying to build a deck if you are in bronze or silver. Guy rock face. Guy rock face. Fuck it, dude. Oh wait, no. Now we're fucked. I shouldn't have kept his hand because I forgot that we only have these singular planes. Because in my head, oh, thank you, Lord. And you know what's coming, by the way. In my head, I was like, oh, I can plane cycle this rabbit and get to my third land drop, but I cannot because plane cycling is going to fail to find right now. I'm gonna lay this down. It might be the wrong decision, but the way I see it, if I hit land drop, I can earthbend. If I don't hit land drop, oh my god, holy shit. Abandoned Air Temple is here. I think I will trade Turtle Duck away at this point. Yeah, that's fine by me. Holy shit, we're gonna hardcast Rabaru Troop. We're gonna hardcast Rabaru Troop. Do you guys understand how insane that is? Oh, never mind. We're gonna lose the game. Because they have fucking He-Bai. I want to sandbend, but I can't. I can put this down, and then I can, like, origin a metal bending or something. Yeah. Well, metal bending that. They will probably swing He-Bai anyway and sack this guy anyway, and then I will Earthbend 2, and then on my turn, I will Sandbender's Storm and get rid of He-Bai. I can do this at instant speed. I don't have to freak out. Oh, they're fucking maniacs. They're fucking maniacs, dude. Sack this. You know you want to. Fucking losers, dude. Fucking losers. Well, I'm not about to take 8, so go ahead. I think Turtle Duck could have saved that with slow play block stalemates, but I know you ain't about that. Yeah, I'm not about that life. If I had known He-Bai was coming down one turn later, maybe. But as it currently stands, no, no, no. I will actually take the 3. Hmm. I think I Earthbend wide right now because I want to make I want to be able to block Long Fang. And then I just want to chump block the 7/8 because the 7/8's so big that I'm not getting rid of this for a while. But if they swing the 7/8, it frees me up. That's crazy, bro. Alright, if they have another removal spell, game's just over. Yeah, game's just over. Cool. Excellent. It turns out, even with the power of Earthbending, I can go 0-3. I hate this set, man. It just both, like, Final Fantasy I wasn't good at, but Final Fantasy was fun. This is both. None of my decks feel good, and none of the cards feel fun to play with. It just feels like... I mean, this deck I think is definitely too heavy at 4 and pretty light on removal. Firebending is very fun. It's also awful. I think firebending is that hyper parasitic doo-doo I talked about, where when your firebending deck works, it probably feels great. When it doesn't work, just worst thing ever. Alright, I have duck, I have guys. And like, maybe there's some argument that mono green splashing a little bit of Naya was not in fact the most correct thing I've ever done in my life. But I don't think the colors have actually impacted me negatively yet. Okay, so we can get Air Temple down next turn. Or not Air Temple. What the fuck was I talking about? We could double spell next turn. If I tap out for captives, they are going to be able to waterbend 4 to make this guy unblockable. Which I think I can accept one turn of that. Does your name mean you're a wizard of booties or wizard with a booty? Yes. That will be a problem. Tigerdillo probably will not be, but this guy will be a problem. Fuck. I think I have to hold up a turtle duck trick. I am low-key just gonna get cooked in half by not having removal for the Knowledge Seeker. Okay, they're playing some pretty bad cards. I enjoy that. I guess I could have origined of metal bending to shot the trigger, but then like they could have just done it with Zell or Zay, so I don't think that matters. If I get one more land, I get Badger Mole. What I'm talking about. Conversely, what if I threw a rock at your head when you only had one red mana open? How would you react? How would you react to me throwing a rock at your fucking skull? How do you enjoy your card cycling with no payoff now, Shaman? How do you enjoy getting card access when nothing on your board benefits from your card access? Ah, you have been hoisted by your own petard, I see. Oh fuck, they have a 3/1. Okay, they're missing land drops. That makes me happy. Me when I hit you in the head really fucking hard. When do we start air templing? Pretty soon. By pretty soon, I do mean right now. I'll give up one of these guys to get both things off their board. Mole. Yeah, air temple in drafts when you have more. I would say, like, if the person only has one creature, you probably don't have to worry as much about air temple. But if they have two or more creatures, air temple is the most frustrating shit you have ever played into. There seems to be very little earthbending in this earthbender deck. You're not watching. I've had earthbender. I bent the earth to throw it at somebody. Earthbender, 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 earthbender. Would have been 4? What is he for? So I can pay for this. Fuck you, guy. Slight Coyote, hey boss, I got to play my Vanille deck over the weekend, and long story short, it fucked. However, I realized after the fact I never played Vanille a single time. Do you think I should swap Marin from the 99 into the command zone, or is there a better commander you can think of off the top of your head? Marin's going to be more powerful for sure. It really depends on what you want out of the deck. If what you want out of the deck was all the play patterns that you saw when Marin was on the field, then I would do Marin. Okay, I think I'm pretty okay with this. I'm less okay. I have a little bit of a timer. Oh, actually, I can metal bend kill that fuck. So they can make this unblockable, but they don't want to because they die on the crackback. I think I shoot this. I think I shoot this. Rip Abandoned Air Temple and just kill them. Oh, actually, they're not going to live. I don't even have to. Yeah. They're not even going to live through this. So I can just Metal Bend to make one of my creatures bigger. Phelan, I mean, I want to get rid of it if the game goes past this turn, but I can figure out first if the game is going to go past this turn and then make my decision. Yeah, cool. All right, dope. The quest continues. Earthbending. It just works, man. My LGS is running avatar drafts for 25. You lucky duck. I'm going to go use the bathroom, and then we're going to see if we can go 2 and 2. Okay. Neuralisk, thank you. I appreciate you stopping in to say hi. Have a good evening as well. Mine's running them for 18, which is more than regular sets. Bro is in an alleyway in South Dakota. What do you mean $18 for an avatar draft? I'm approaching your location. I'm approaching your location right now. $18 to draft avatar. That's crazy. Hey Mal, do you know me as a green player? I built my first non-green deck, Firelord Azula, because of your skit. Now my wife hates me and I blame you. I accept the blame. Dude, this hand sucks. Has earthbending. Yeah, you know what? I will discard the green spell I cannot cast. Thank you. No. No, thank you. I don't even know what that does. Oh yeah, they were gonna get a flying creature? I don't think so, man. Alright, we had a little bit of a staring contest. Oh. Ah, you a bitch. You a bitch! Platypus bear. Go forth. Get them. Oh no, my land drops. No, platypus bear. Platypus bear. Platypus bear, come back. Oh boy. Oh boy. Uh. No, I don't have to do anything yet. Boomy can do it. Hey, fuck this guy. I'm being mountain cycled on. I'm being ramped on? I'm looking. Let's see. Ooh, draft near me is actually only 30. That's quite nice. Maybe I will do one in person now. If I ever go better than 2 and 2 or 2 and 3. If they have another mongoose lizard in hand, I'm gonna be fucked. IRL draft are better. I don't know about that. Cause here's the thing, Time. I then have to invest basically like my whole day into doing that thing. And if I then get this is not a good enough set for me to want to lose at it. Well, fuck me, I guess. Like it's not fun enough for me to go 0-3. So if I figure out enough about the set to feel like I can go, I don't know, if I could win like one match. Jesus Christ. Okay. The social element makes games more fun though, assuming people are chill. That's not true. Or CRA, let me put it a different way. That is somewhat true. I have so much fun hanging out either by myself or with Z that that is not enough. I require a promise of much greater stimulation. This is draft Teddy Barra. I don't need a financial incentive. I don't need to think I'm going to make a lot of money. I don't think I'm going to need to get a lot of great cards. Oh, I'm so fucking dumb. That's crew 1. Anyway, well, Platypus Bear, you failed me with the mill, so now you die. Biomushi, thank you for the 11 months in a row with Prime. Welcome back to the dog home. 6/6 Death Toucher, bro. Oh, good. Okay, I can get to 7. Alright, so I can get this big enough that they just can't swing the Death Toucher for free. And then I can Rebellious Captives next turn. Anyway, the cards I can open, there's not enough cards that I care about playing in the set for me to for the prize support pack to be worth anything to me. Let's see if they can do anything. Do they have redirect lightning? That would be hilarious at a time like this. Midnight, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse. So like I don't think I'm going to open up. Holy fuck, they have redirect lightning. That's crazy. But anyway, that's so insane. That is diabolical. Please tell me metal bending's something I control. Thank fuck. Thank fuck. I get a counter on one of my creatures. They can't just if they could put it in pirate peddlers, I would concede right now. I would concede right now because that game would be fucking over. Alright. Anywho. Um yeah, getting like a pack of this set does not entice me very much. And so I have to feel like I'm going to have a good time playing the draft. And right now I have no confidence that I'm going to have a good time playing the draft. Oh, Wallahi, thank you, Abandoned Air Temple. We're still in a very bad staring contest. See, Starry-Eyed, I like cracking packs. It's just if the packs I'm like 95%, you know, if I go to a slot machine and 95% of the icons are the poop emoji, and then all of the stuff I might want to use is contained within the contained within the 5% of symbols that are not poop emojis. That's not even gambling at that point. At that point, it's guaranteed me being unhappy. I think we keep waiting right now. I don't like that. I did Earthbend the Airbender Temple, yeah. Because again, Final Fantasy, I was pretty confident, like every pack I opened, I was going to open something nifty. I was going to open something cute. I was going to open something that made me excited to play with it. What are you doing, brother? Use your little combat trick. See if I care. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You had to give it a try. You had to give it a try. Boomy bash, dickhead. Boomy bash, you stupid motherfucker. So you've already explained your thoughts on this set's draft, but what to you makes a set fun enough to go to an in-person draft event? One of the two boxes have to be ticked between I have to be confident that I'm going to enjoy drafting or playing the deck that I get, or I have to be confident that I'm going to use the cards that I pull for commanders, for commander decks. One of those two things has to be true. And right now, I don't think I understand this set well enough to have any confidence in the playing of it. And I also there's a lot of stuff that I want to use in, well, a lot. There are some things that I want to use in commander decks, but for the most part, I have almost negative confidence that I would open something. So how do I get the best blocks here? I do da 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 da. Was that good for you? Maybe they have cast out or something. Oh, boomy bash! Thank you, bro. Thank you. Can someone tell me how grindy the dailies are for a casual player? Think about trying out the game, but wanted to collect some infos first. Just got gently asked to shut up in another stream because I asked questions. That fucking blows, Khadgar. So the dailies are much easier if you build decks to get through them on purpose. Like what you have to do if you want to get through dailies. If you want to get through dailies, because a lot of the dailies will say like, play X spells of one color, swing with X creatures, play X lands, da 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 da. Oh yeah, you can do starter deck duels as well. So they're not that bad to get through. I can fucking Earthbend and I can Plane Cycle, I'll take it. I hope they go for the double strike counter on my, because then I can boomy bash. Please, 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 please. I do think I take all the damage here. Khadgar, no. You will have to look up what decks to build. Like, the game will give you some starter decks. The starter decks are all extremely terrible. Holy fuck, Haru's here? I think it's too late for you, Goat. Boomy Bash! Okay, they hit Rakdos. See, like, this creature seems fine. This seems like a red creature you could force through. Not the Raven Eagle. No, no, stop. Thank you, Auto Tapper. Please stop trying to fuck me. Alright. And then I can't Sandbender Storm the way I want to, because I want to Sandbender Storm the Rumble Arena, but I have to use the Rumble Arena to get white mana. Oh, true, I can swing it and then do it. You're so smart, Time. Thank you. Thank you for being in this stream and correcting what an idiot I am. I don't have the mana to Plane Cycle. Please don't exile my lesson. No, fuck you. Fuck you. Who told you about King Boomy? Who told you about King Boomy? I mean, shit, never mind. Never mind, actually. I'm just gonna threaten you with murder most foul. I'm so fucked. It's never been so Jover. Actual bullshit being done to me. And now if they don't sack the clue, bro. Okay, so they just lost the game then. Never mind. All right, bro. Okay. Yeah, I thought they were gonna play. I thought they were gonna play something. How do you feel about theft? I love theft. Theft is one of my favorite archetypes in Commander because it auto scales to the table. Theft is whatever you put in your deck, I get to use. So what I like less is like if you mana cheat into a theft spell, then you've mana cheated into their good card. But the thing that makes that broken is the mana cheating. If I pay 5 mana just to take a thing you played, holy shit, holy Earthbend. Holy Earthbend with Haru. So I love stealing because it's if you get mad about a thing I stole from you, I understand that you don't have any conception of how the game works. Like or you're not engaging with it as a game, you're engaging with it as a like thing for you to get upset about. Man, fuck these lands. We got lands. Stop, dude. Okay, so I think the next Rebellious Captives, I think we go tall on Rumble Arena. Well, fuck you, bitch. If they block here, I win out with Metal Bending, no matter where they block, I believe. Tough life. Tough life. Yeah, Coyote, then I started winning. And I was hate drafting Earthbending. I am trying to play quickly because we need to raid into Z, and then I need to do my job for the day. That's gonna go up to 5. It does have to attack though. It might be worth it to give up my Badger Mole. Never mind. It no longer is. Oh, they're cowards. They're cowards and they die for it. Do something, please. Respond, please. Okay, now we wait and we air temple them. Yeah, we wait and we air temple them. Eric Baum, it's already the most successful draft we have had. They got the planetarium? Bro, I can't. I'm gonna let him get one scry off. I'm gonna let him get one scry off. I'm gonna let him get up. I'm gonna let him get up. We just going in. Do it. Do it. Show me something cool. Show me something hot. Oh, they bottom both. They went digging in their butt, twin. That is the wrong decision if you pick this fucking Badger Mole. You pick the Rumble Arena right now. Your mama raised you better than this. Do not... Bro. I'm going digging in your butt, twin. Be ready. Be awake. I need your hands on the wheel right now. It's coming in. It's coming in big style. Oh, non-land. That's too bad. Just give hexproof? No. But they got a lot of damage. They got 12, 17. That's lethal if you don't... Do you have like a fog? You got... Okay. What else? You need a fog now. You need you need to do so much more than what you have done, brother. Oh, gaining life link. Okay, so they're gonna gain 7 life. That's something. That's something. Now I will choose to not lose my creature. There we go. They figured it out. Oh, they go to 0. Never mind. Ha! Oh my god, butt dug in. I think mine... So, the PowerPoint, I was dim on it because I was like, wow, I'm actually just so bad at drafting, it doesn't matter. The PowerPoint is proven correct. I'm still recording. I'm sending this to Mango. I might publish this as a standalone long form because I was right. We went through a draft in which the standard for inclusion was if it said Earthbend, I'm taking it. If it said Earthbend, I am taking the card. We made like 3 actual decisions in that whole draft. All of them were bad. All of them were for bad, greedy things. But if it said Earthbend, we took the card, and we're 4-2 now. Like, we could lose the next one. But importantly, this is taking too long, and we have to go raid Z, because we've been live for longer than I intended to be live. So we're going to raid out for the day. The raid message is going to be... Where was it? Whitebread had me. The raid message is going to be Guy Rock Face. So we'll see if I can figure out how to make the other archetypes work, because the other archetypes look more fun than this one. All of the other archetypes look like they are more fun and are unfortunately hyper-parasitic doo-doo that cannot keep up with a bot auto-drafting anything that says Earthbend. So we're going to go raid Z. Be nice to them. Guy Rockface, thank you all for being here and putting up with my whinging. I will see you all a week from today. I have lined up, I'm going to be able to do the deck roasting stream while I am in Philly. So YouTube and TikTok, that will just be it for us. But I will see you all a week from now. Thank you all for being here. I hope you enjoyed today's show, and please remember to stay toxic.